Good morning, afternoon, evening, night, whatever time you tuned into this video. We hope all is well. This is day 7 of the 30-day VIP Royalty Credit Restoration Challenge, and of course, you got yours truly, Mr.
and Mrs.
Smith. And really, what we want to do is just kind of let you know that we salute you for taking this journey and tackling each day. Day 6 was a big day. It was really a big day centered around you really just itemizing your expenses and getting rid of that utilization or lowering their utilization, and that is the area that you have 100% of control over. So that was a big day. So right now, of course, hopefully you've already got the letter process started. We went over that on the previous day. So you had some action-packed days. This one won't be too bad, but it's something you want to do simultaneous to the things we've already instructed you to do due to the fact that it allows you to enhance your credit score at a rapid pace. So this is the screen you'll come to once you get logged in. And what you'll do is just hit the My Credit System. Once you hit the My Credit System, you'll open up these few tabs here. You click on My Credit System directly, and what it'll do is pull up a different tab automatically and take you to the home page. You'll scroll down to the bottom of the home page, and what you want to do is enter the 750 credit plan area where all of the modules are housed. Today is day 7, so let's talk about module 7. And module 7 is centered around you adding credit history. We talked about credit history in the challenge, the 5-day challenge, but let's dive in a little deeper and just kind of give you some other resources and tools that you can use and implement.
Yes, so as you can see, you guys, module 7, how to increase your length of credit history. That video is only 12 minutes and 27 seconds. You have to understand that credit history accounts for 15% of your score. Now, there's a lot of different ways that you can increase the length of your credit history. Here are your handy dandy downloads, okay? We have a couple of documents here. How to add new trade lines to your credit report, how to build credit paying your rent, and the minimum age for an authorized user, okay? Being added as an authorized user on someone's account is awesome for your credit history, and we talked about how it also affects your credit utilization, okay? So let's get into these documents and let's really discuss how we can get this credit history popping, okay?
For starters, what we want to do is click on that top one, how to add trade lines. You see, trade lines is basically a way to help your credit history by being added as an authorized user. So as you can see on this document, we're not going to read everything. You can read definitely for yourself, but it talks about all of the different ways that you can add trade lines. These are the department store cards, secured credit cards, installment loan, credit builder loan. All of these are ways to add trade lines to your report. But what we really want to zoom in on is number 1, where we talked about the bankrate.com site. And then we also want to show you another site that can be good as well. I just saw the first one, or the self-lender. Let's see. There it is right there. It just wasn't in blue. Bankrate.com. So we talked about Bankrate.com, which is where you can find those secured cards. Then we're going to take you to the self-lender site. So let's go to the Bankrate.com first. I already have it pulled up. And on the Bankrate.com, this should look familiar based on the day of the challenge that we went over this. It gives you access to the best secured credit cards of 2019. And if you can recall, what we want you to focus on is 0 annual fees and an interest rate that's lower than 25%. There are some here that fit that qualification or meet that description. So what you'll do is just figure out which one fits that description, which one is best suited for you, and instead of hitting apply now, you want to contact the company directly so you can ask them, look, based on my situation, let them know whatever your situation is, whether you've gone through bankruptcy, whether your credit is shot, or you got some bad payment history. Let them know what your scenario is based on what you know, since you've already pulled your credit reports and all of those things, and see if it's likely that you'll qualify for the card that you're inquiring about. The reason why you want to do this is because this prevents you from receiving the hard inquiry, which dings your credit a little bit. So if you can call and ask if you're likely to qualify based on your situation, then you can go ahead and apply. It will cause an inquiry on your report, but you'll at least be doing it with a purpose, and now you'll get access to one of these secured cards. So just keep that in mind. Don't hit apply now. I know it looks good, nice and shiny, makes you want to click it, but don't click it. You want to contact them directly, and based on your qualification or your scenario, ask them if you're likely to qualify. If that is a yes, then proceed with securing that secured credit card, because this helps with your credit history. You got anything you want to add on there, or you want to transition?
No, let's go ahead and transition, you guys. There was another link in the document for the self-lender account, okay? So this is another account that you can look into, again, for the length of your payment history.
Now, this is what you got to understand about the self-lender account. How this operates is that you're able to put up money and it freezes the CD. Once it freezes the CD, it's like, say for instance, you the amount is going to be $500. You're paying in that $500 into that CD. Once that CD requirement has been fulfilled, they release that money to you. So what this does is serve two purposes. Not only does it lengthen your credit history, it also gives you an emergency fund or a savings fund automatically started, because once that's released to you, now you can put it in the savings account and you have it on standby. But that saving process also boosted your credit. So it's powerful in that. It's a win-win situation that's created, and self-lender makes it easy. You know, as you can see, no credit, need to build credit, no problem. So it's not contingent upon your credit. Anybody can qualify for this, and now you can start doing it with just as little as $25 per month, just saving money on a month-to-month basis, building your history and boosting your credit score by tapping into this resource. So we just want to plug you into some resources. We've vetted quite a few, and these are some of the ones that stand out and make things a lot easier.
Yes, most definitely. So you guys, this should also serve as like a recap. If you remember the 5-day challenge, we actually went over both of these, the exact same website. And so this should sound very, very familiar. So today we're giving you an easy day, since we gave you so much work yesterday to do. This is going to be good for you to just make a couple of phone calls, okay? I wanted to go back to the credit system here. Let me get back into it. All right, and I'm just going to go back down to module number 7, because another thing we talked about was paying your rent, and that actually reflecting your account. So hold on one second, let me pull it back up. Okay, so another document here was how to build your credit by paying your rent, okay? So if we click on that, another document, but we have a list, and we even have some question and answers here for you that you can kind of read through. Feel free to print this out. As I told you before, it's good for you to have a notebook. It's good for you to have a folder for all of your work. Everything that you're learning, you guys, it's very important that you put that in a file so that you know, in case you want to help somebody out going forward, in case your score starts to slip a little bit once you get it to where you want it, because that does happen sometimes, okay? It's just a part of the game, but you can know exactly what to do to fix it, okay? So we give you a list right here of things that you can do, services you can go through to pay your rent, and it actually reflects your credit report. The last thing was being added as an authorized user on the account. So let's look at that document.
Yes, and as you can see, this list is a little different from the one we gave originally, and we also have another one on the way that will position you to get credit for your rent up to the past 2 years. So just understand that. Now, what document are we heading to?
The authorized user, back on the credit system.
Gotcha. All right. And we'll wrap up shortly as we stated. And this is powerful. Let's read this. It says, this document will surprise you with the minimum age a person can be to be added as an authorized user. So let's click it and go over it just so you can see what it is. Look at this. The minimum age for an authorized user.
Yeah, so it says legally there is no minimum age for an authorized user on a credit card. That's because authorized users aren't entering into any type of contract or borrowing money in their own name. However, Some credit card companies have their own requirements, and look at this. There is a list here. Some, as you can see, no minimum age. Some have a minimum age. I see 13, 15, 16 years old. So guys, this is very, very important. One of the things that we're really big on is also setting your children up for greatness, okay? Setting your children up for success. Adding them as an authorized user on your accounts once you really get things in order, once you really get that utilization down, you get that score to where you want it, this could benefit them greatly, okay? So I'm not going to go deep into that. I just wanted to point out this document so that you can see it, okay? And we will go ahead and wrap this thing up. You got something to add?
I just love it. I mean, think about this. If there's no minimum age, that means that you can start getting your children prepped for having great credit because they can be added as an authorized user. And as your credit is enhancing and gets to a great state, so will theirs. And I actually learned something in this list just off of looking at this. So, you know, it's loaded with knowledge. We just want you to take what we're giving you and implement and apply, because what we really want more than anything is testimonies on top of testimonies of you getting success by what it is that we're teaching. So like she said, this one's going to be short and sweet. Enjoy, but keep doing all of the things we showed you. And as you wait, don't just stop. Also do other things that we're giving you simultaneously so your credit score can rapidly increase. That's all I got. That's all you got?
Yep, that's it. Mr. and Mrs. Smith, signing out.